let's be honest for a second. Some of us aren't addicted to love. We're addicted to being chosen. Not partnership, not intimacy, just chosen. The good morning text, the you're different, the little high that you get when they finally reach out after pulling away. And it's not even about them. It's about the feeling, that rush of being wanted, even if it's just temporary. You start bending your boundaries, lowering your voice, convincing yourself that the crumbs are fulfilling to you. You tell yourself that if I just love a little bit harder, maybe they'll finally choose me fully. But deep down, you know what's really happening. You're not chasing love. You're chasing validation. And I already know that it is exhausting. So let's talk about it. Because this isn't about shame. It's about awareness. When being chosen becomes your drug, you'll keep mistaking the high for love until you finally decide to detox. What's up, ladies, and welcome back to another episode of Life in the Gray. I'm your girl, Jess, and this is the space where we stop acting like everything is black and white. We get real about love, healing, and all of the messy things in between. And if you hear yourself in this episode so far, make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you're ready to stop abandoning yourself just to feel chosen, go ahead and join the Clarity Club. The link is down in the show notes. Now go ahead and grab your wine, your water, or your coffee and get comfortable because we are about to get into it. So what does the being chosen addiction really look like? It shows up as you softening your opinions just so that the other person doesn't pull away. It shows up as you accepting the bare minimum and calling it progress. It's you constantly checking your phone like it's a slot machine, counting minutes since the last text. You confusing the chaos for chemistry and convincing yourself that that spark means something deeper. You all of a sudden not liking the things that you like and suddenly liking all the things that they like. But you're not crazy. You're not needy. You're just wired to chase that hit of attention. And trust me, that wiring started long before you met this person. Now let's talk about the childhood roots that nobody likes to admit. There are two main roots that usually sit under this: inconsistent care or emotional invisibility. If you grew up with inconsistent care, love felt like a moving target. You probably learned to perform for attention, to stay quiet, to stay helpful, to stay perfect. Your body learned, I get love when I earn it. Or maybe you were the invisible one, the easy child. Nobody checked in on you because you had it all together. So now, any small drop of attention feels like water in a drought. When that's your blueprint, being chosen feels like oxygen to you. So then you start auditioning for love, even in your own relationships. Now, I want you to pause for a second and check in with yourself. Ask yourself, when did I first learn that love had a scoreboard? Who taught me that I had to earn being kept? What parts of myself did I learn to hide just to feel loved? And then I want you to sit with those because they'll tell you a lot. Now let's talk fantasy versus connection. Let's separate the high from the human. Fantasy is loud. It's we're meant to be, no one gets us. It'll work when life calms down. But that's not a relationship. That's a storyline. You're filling the gaps with hope and calling it potential. But connection is quiet. It's effort. It's emotional presence. It's safety. It doesn't make you feel anxious. It makes you feel steady. So ask yourself, am I really in love with them? Or the version of me I hope they'll finally validate? And if someone watched us for a week, would they call it love or would they call it a chase? Now let's talk about all of the things that we settle for just to be picked. You'll find yourself settling for inconsistency, being hidden, no real plans, just vibes, affection that's conditional, goalposts that are always moved, and you put up with it because the I miss you text and random attention keeps you hooked. But that's not love. That's a loop. And every time you go back, the loop gets tighter and tighter. So let's roll out the tab and talk about the cost for this addiction. First, you start to lose your self-respect bit by bit because you keep saying yes to things that break your boundaries. You lose time that you can't get back. Your nervous system stays on alert. Sleep, appetite, focus, peace is all hijacked. Your friendships start to fade because your world now shrinks down to just that one person alone. And then your vision, it gets small. Your whole future becomes about if they're going to choose you. And underneath all of that sits resentment. Your spirit is silently screaming, just pick you. Now let's talk about getting through the detox without losing it all. Step 1, name the drug. Say it. Say it out loud. I'm addicted to being chosen. And once you name it, you're no longer under the spell. Step 2, use data, not stories. Make 2 columns. What they do versus what you tell yourself it means. Example, they text me at 11 p.m. versus they can't stop thinking about me. You see the difference? Keep it factual and drop the fantasy. Step 3, do a 30-day reset. No late night text messages, no check-ins, no pretending you're fine just to keep the access. If they want you, they can show up during daylight hours with consistency. Step 4, rewire your dopamine. Start getting small hits of joy from your own life. Maybe a 10-minute morning routine that you actually like. Movement, create something, see your friends. Your brain needs to remember that peace feels good too. Step 5, set firm boundaries. Write 3 non-negotiables and read them out loud before you hit send. Step 6, grieve the fantasy. You're not just losing the person, you're losing the story you told yourself about them. Cry, journal, let it hurt. That's honesty leaving your body. Step 7, replace, don't remove. Empty time leads to relapse. Fill up your calendar, gym, friend dates, volunteering, classes, therapy, church, whatever fills you up. And step 8, accountability. Tell someone you trust or tell us in the Clarity Club, I'm detoxing from the chase. Just saying it out loud will shift something inside of you. And now it's time to build a life outside of romance. You need a life that still stands even if they walk away. Keep your friends active. Find mentors, people who've been where you're trying to go. Join hobby groups or start one. If they left tomorrow, would your life still stand? And if that answer is barely, then sis, you've got work to do. Now, this is just my advice. Stop chasing the feeling of being picked. Pick yourself loudly, deeply, and daily. Let people rise to meet you there because healthy love won't require you to abandon yourself to keep it. And you're not hard to love. You're just done with being loved lazily. Now, if this episode hit for you, go ahead and send it to a friend that may also be shrinking herself just to be chosen. And if you're ready to detox from that chase, come join us in the Clarity Club. We're going to be doing this work in real time together. And until next time, choose you on purpose.